About 10 or 12 years ago, I started noticing pins and needles in my feet, numbness, tingling, an inability to walk up steps, an inability to really do anything athletic. The first symptom I had was I had played tennis on a Saturday, and I woke up Sunday morning and my left ankle was very painful. And I wasn't really aware that I had twisted it while I was playing tennis, but I could barely step down on my left ankle. So after a couple of days, I went to an orthopedist. One said it was a pulled tendon, someone else said it was a sprain. I went to a second orthopedist several weeks later, and basically no one really knew what I had done. One person gave me a cortisone injection, someone else gave me an air cast. This went on for like 2 or 3 months. Someone finally sent me to a physical therapist, and he, on exam, said to me, "I don't think you have anything orthopedically wrong with your ankle. I think this is neurological." And he was amazing, and I said, "Well, that's interesting, because my brother has something neurological going on with his feet." And so I continued in physical therapy, but I went to see the neurologist that my brother had seen. And that was when I had MRIs of my brain, lumbar spine, thoracic spine, and cervical spine, and an EEG or an EMG, and was diagnosed with Charcot-Marie tooth and hereditary sensory motor neuropathy. And that went on for years. That was my diagnosis. And it got progressively worse in that I used to be able to walk on the treadmill, and over the years I couldn't do a treadmill anymore. My left foot would not lift properly. So I would first walk on the treadmill, then I would have to hold on the treadmill, and then it got to the point that I felt too frightened to be on a treadmill that I would trip. So my world got a little bit smaller. I didn't really walk alone or long distances. Holding on to someone or something was much easier. In the house, I was fine. Walking out on the street became difficult. If I was someplace where I could hold onto a wall, I'm also fine. But I was an avid walker. I could walk from one end of Manhattan to the other. It was my favorite thing to do. So I can no longer do that. I used to be a dancer. In my earlier life, I danced, I was athletic, I did anything. And really the past 12 or so years, maybe a few more years than that, I just became less and less mobile and less athletic.